I'm the Curious Sage, Dwayne Grove, bringing you the amazing and transformative power and value of human connection. The question I want to ponder today is, what is truth? Now, Pontius Pilate is said to have questioned Jesus as he stood before him, that very same question: what is truth? Well, truth is a very interesting word, if you will. And oftentimes we confuse truth and fact. In some cases, truth and fact really are not very easy to distinguish. But one of the things that came to me is that we saw a very interesting family dynamic unfold recently, where apparently one of the small children picked up an object, threw that object, and struck the grandmother. And it was interesting to watch this dynamic unfold. In fact, the way it was being handled by the adults and the children and everything, it was almost like a Jerry Springer moment. But in that moment, it came to me that there was really no way of truly determining what happened. What the facts were was that the child threw an object. There was no dispute about that. That the object struck the grandmother, that didn't seem to be in dispute. And that the grandmother reacted in a very physical way with the child, that didn't seem to be in dispute. But the dynamic was really interesting in that nobody understood in that moment what truly happened. There were plenty of people that were quote-unquote witnesses to this, but there was a lot of discussion about what the size of the object was. Was it a rock? Was it, what was it? The grandmother, said that it hit her in the eye, and other folks, the children, said no, it didn't hit her in the eye, it just grazed her cheek. And there's a screaming going on between the mother and the grandmother about how dare she strike the child. And then there was a lot of discussion about, well, what really happened? Did she strike the child? In one case, one of the kids was like, well, she kicked him 3 times. I mean, you can just imagine this, drama unfolding. And in that moment, I suddenly felt a tremendous empathy that here it was, this family was just going at it at each other and stuff. Yet nobody took the time, especially any of the adults for that matter, took the time to pause and think about, well, what happened? And was there any remorse for what happened? Because it became the child did it on purpose. And then it became well, the object was the size of a baseball. And then, it just went on and on. It was spiraling out of control. But when you think about what is truth, truth is a matter of perspective. My truth is not your truth. I oftentimes use the analogy of an automobile accident. So there is an accident, there's no doubt about that. 2 cars collide. But it's amazing, and the reason why police go around and they ask witnesses what happened is because they have to try and put all the pieces together, because the way you experience something is your truth, but it doesn't necessarily establish all the facts of what happened. And when we get ourselves in trouble, it's when we decide that we are the keeper of the truth, or that we have a firm grasp of the facts, when in reality, you're an observer in that moment, or a participant for that matter, but you're experiencing that moment from your perspective. And so honoring the different perspectives of people, I think, is a really key learning. And also making sure that you don't go off and command that your truth is the only truth, because it's not. Or that your recollection of the facts are the facts, because they may not be. And so next time when you have the opportunity to be in a situation where you're trying to distinguish truth from fact, and you're recognizing that there is a difference, honor the difference. Realize that what somebody else experienced in that moment was their truth, was their perspective of the facts, and that their perspective is as important and valued as yours. That's all I have for today. Have an awesome and amazing day.